Guess what day it is today? It's Alita Day! Woo! Woo!
Yes, Sean.
Can't wait for this movie! I'm about to watch it, but there's been some hiccups, so you'll see that soon. Let's rewind a little bit back to when I started this journey. Just read the second volume of Alita, and that's the first time I finally was able to read the complete beginning of Alita. And, I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. It definitely has gotten to a much deeper, stronger story than I first had noticed in the first volume. The art, of course, is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't I mean, that's why I've always been fixated on this comic since I was a kid, and I've only had these random issues, like this stuff here and this. I love these things. I mean, look at this art. It's ridiculous. It's so beautiful. Yukito Kishiro, so amazing. I mean, I can't get enough of this stuff. It's so beautiful. So, I'm excited for the movie. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. A friend of mine, his name is Noah, but he goes by Samurai Ox on YouTube. He mentioned to me in a tweet, he's like, I just saw the movie and I don't think you're gonna be disappointed, basically. So hopefully I'll be able to do a little fan art, I think, here of Alita and enjoy the movie. Marsh from the future past here, and just wanted to show you, this is a piece I did of Alita a couple months ago, and there's a video for it too if you want to check that out. And I'll put a little card right here at the top. So I just got my tickets. I'm excited. I'm gonna head over to the theater. It's weird because they only take it in certain theaters or whatever, but it's gonna be interesting, the theater I'm going to, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Y'all, I'm here at the theater. This is interesting that I happen to have only kind of this theater available. I'll be honest, like on the way here, I was getting a little bit choked up. It's so weird. It's just this small theater. It's always been kind of this, hole in the wall type of place. And I grew up in this area, and so this is kind of my old stomping ground, and this is like in the back of a Stop and Shop plaza. I don't know, when I was younger, I would go with my dad on weekends sometimes, and usually we'd go to the movies. Sometimes when I started getting into comics, we'd go to comic shops and stuff and all kinds of things. And it's Sunday morning. It's a typical morning that we would kind of do that. He would come pick me up, and we'd go to like Papa Gino's or something, and we'd get some pizza, and then we'd drive right next door is the movie theater. We'd go over there, and we'd go watch movies and stuff, and there was like a little arcade there and stuff, and we'd check out a movie. And my dad introduced me to a lot of movies that like my mom wouldn't necessarily let me watch necessarily. Like we watched like RoboCop was one of them. And then appropriate to this, it's kind of part of getting choked up. I'm going to see Alita, and it's by James Cameron, and we saw Terminator 2 together, and that was a big one. We saw like things like Total Recall and stuff too, but Terminator 2 is like one of the pinnacle movies I remember growing up seeing as a kid that I loved. But yeah, it's interesting that it's this theater because there's like 4 or 5 different theaters that we used to go to a lot, like all the time, and I don't think there's at least 3 of them that are definitely, they've been gone for a long time, like they shut down, and this is the only one left standing. On the way here, I'll be honest, I was getting a little choked up because I miss, the old days, and so I'm excited to watch this movie. I still have some time. All right, here's a little tactic for you. Before you go into the movie theater, if you want to get some goodies, go to somewhere like the Dollar Tree. Get yourself some goodies. So I might grab like a drink or a snack or something, but I am going to get some movie popcorn. Especially. Here we go. This is my favorite. Reese's Pieces, just like Elliot in E.T. Twizzlers are always a classic too, but they only have the gross licorice ones. I don't like those. It's time for a Dollar Tree haul. Doonch, 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 doonch. I don't know what's wrong with me. So, I got myself a little Mountain Dew. Let's go to the movie theater. Stash that in one pocket. Got myself some Reese's. Stash that in a pocket. So, I was just looking at the times in the window, like the showing times, and it says 11:30, which is weird because it was listed online as 10:45. So I don't know, I'm gonna go in there and check, see what's going on. I think it's not open. It's weird. Got some Michael Jackson playing though, which is another connection to my dad. We both shared a love for Michael Jackson music. So, I don't know, I guess I'll just come back. Alright. I feel like Jay and Silent Bob hanging out in front of the store with the music playing. The kid is not my son. Alright then, so I'm gonna head over to the comic shop. Hopefully they're open. We'll hang out there for a little bit. And look at that. It's closed. But no need to worry. It's open at 11 a.m. So, the place is now called A Hero's Legacy Comics and Collectibles. But this place used to be called Buried Under Comics. Had different ownership. The guy who owned this place unfortunately passed away. And somehow somebody else got it. I don't know. I think they bought it or something. But this place has been here forever. It's been here for a long time, and so it's a pretty good place. Pretty good store. They got a lot of stuff. Small, but they got a lot of stuff. It's so easy to get sucked up into the comic shop experience. Now I'm running a little bit late, but I'm here at the movie theater. Let's go. The popcorn. Wow, guys, that was a good movie. Like, holy crap. that was done well. Like, I mean, I think Alita fans are going to be pretty darn happy with it. I can't imagine people having any issues. Like, I mean, they packed a lot of story into one movie, but they did a good job, you know. Hats off to James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez for making this happen, and everybody, you know, involved. Like, holy crap, this was well done. They hit on like so many of the points from the comic, stuff even from the anime a little bit that wasn't in the comic, just a little bit. Yeah. good stuff. Like, they did a good job of translating that story and all of that story into one, movie, and they hit at the emotional core. I mean, I feel emotional. I feel a little bit emotional from the end. There's only, like, the only thing I could say that's not so great is there were a few moments that were a little unearned. But for the most part, they hit on a lot of the good points, and the main theme came through well, and that was a real character. They brought that character to life for sure on the screen. Good job. That was awesome. I can't imagine anybody really being disappointed. I mean, unless they're nitpicking. That was good stuff. A lot of the imagery was reflected straight from the comic. They took some liberties. I mean, as far as like, how the sequence of how the story came about a little bit. They definitely took some liberties. There's certain themes that were in the comic that aren't quite in the movie, but those themes aren't as interesting as at least as like the main core of it. And they changed some interesting parts that I think actually made the movie better in some ways. It just made it a better story. There's certain things that are like a little bit too desperate and like take a little bit too much of the humanity out of things in the comic book, where they kind of switched a couple things to make it more of a human story, I guess. It's hard to really, like, I don't want to like pull it apart. It was really good. It was a good job. I think Alita fans will be pleased. I'm pleased. And I can't wait to do some cool fan art of the movie, of the whole comic, of the anime. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna make, but it might be a mishmash of all of them. I don't know. The visuals are beautiful, and it wasn't like too CGI. I mean, really, only the crazy, like, there was a lot of characters that were just human, straight up human, and then there were a lot of the other characters where, there was kind of the CGI mix thing going on. Alita obviously is all the way CGI, but it wasn't like too much. Like, there was a grittiness and a realness to it. It didn't look glossy. There was a lot. I mean, Robert Rodriguez built a whole set, for the city and everything. So, there's a lot of real live action, kind of props, I guess. I don't know all the words, the cinematic words, but so it wasn't all CGI, so they did a really good job. I mean, it looked like a real environment. It really hit at a great story core, and I couldn't be more happy. This was a good movie, and I hope it does well, because it has the potential to go further, and they, I don't know. I would love to see more from this series, so fingers crossed that it does well in the theaters and that they're able to do more. And hopefully they do it as well as they did this. Check out this video right below here of another Alita piece that I did recently, and also let me know in the comments if you saw the movie, if you're gonna see the movie, if you liked it or didn't like it. Let me know. I'm really curious to hear what you think, and please subscribe if you haven't and like this video. Peace out.